I can't believe you never had a cup of coffee.
Never.
You want some?
No.
That might be
No.
that might be the most outrageous thing about you is that you've never had coffee.
Your whole life, you've never had coffee.
No.
Did you just
Tea, never coffee.
No one ever offered you a cup of coffee?
No,
You never went to Starbucks?
Never for tea or some donuts.
Wow.
What about like
It's weird, right? Like Cormier is the champ because John Jones tested positive for something, so they stripped him, and then Cormier became the champ. It's I think they'll probably fight again, whether they fight again at heavyweight or light heavyweight.
Really?
Yeah, I think Cormier and John Jones. If Cormier wants to, if he wants to keep going. But he says he wants to retire soon. He's 40,
Yeah.
He still looks good though.
He looks great, especially at heavyweight.
Yeah,
At heavyweight, he doesn't have to cut weight. He's got so much strength and just so agile. He's such an unbelievable wrestler too. I mean, his wrestling skill, his skill level and understanding of wrestling is so high. It's so above most people.
Anybody he fight outside of John Jones, he dominated.
Yeah. That's how good John is. Yeah. John's that good. He's that good. I mean, it just sucks that he's had so many controversies in his life, but I'm hoping he puts all that shit behind him. Have you ever spoken with him about that?
Yeah, never about his personal life or anything, but we met before and talked.
But you're a guy who's gone. I mean, when you went through legal problems yourself, you overcame. You came out of it on the other end. I would think a guy like him could benefit a lot from talking to a guy.
Yeah,
like
so
you.
it's just so difficult and it's so unfortunate that he has to go through something like that.
Do you think so?
Yes, it's really unfortunate. Because sometimes people they don't survive situations like that
because they're so wild and they're having a good time too much and they're partying. End of the champ.
It has to come to an end. That stuff. If you don't bring it to an end, it's gonna come to its own end. It might not like that way it ends.
Yeah. So you think for a guy like him, maybe getting in trouble was a good thing?
If only if you learn from experiences like that. I was just a wild guy. I was really a wild guy. I look at myself now and I say to myself, when I spent all those trips in those psych wards and stuff, I said, what was that all about? What was wrong with me back then?
Yeah.
And I was really disturbed back then. So I'm in prison. I'm talking to my car dealer at the time, and he has some cars that belong to a friend of mine that's both a friend of ours, and he's discussing if he doesn't pay for these cars, I'm going to sell these cars to somebody and get some horses and stuff. I said, what, you can get horses? And trade horses in for cars? Because I had a lot of cars, so I said, I'll probably get some horses too. And he said, yeah, man, you get cougars, lions, tigers. I know this guy got exotic. I said, you do? Can you get me some tigers? He said, yeah. And the guy told me, and the guy said, man, imagine how cool that be you be, because I had a bunch of fancy cars. Imagine that, man, you be in an Aston Martin or a Ferrari and you have a tiger right next to you, man. That would be so awesome. And I'm a young guy. I'm in prison. I'm saying to myself, wow, that would be cool, right? I said, yeah, get me some cubs, man. And then when I came home, I had those cubs right there waiting for me.
It never gets. This is a crazy picture. You in your underwear with a tiger on a chain. That is one of the.
That's the champ right there.
That's you at peak crazy.
Yeah, insane.
Yeah.
Tom, what was going through my mind? I don't know what made me think about. My friend said, Mike, you can get some awesome animals. And I'm saying, really? Are you serious? I was married at the time to Robin Givens, and we were in some fast food joint. We were ordering food, and she went in my pocket, I guess, to get some money out of my pocket to pay for it, and she had some condoms came out, and she was mad, so she got in the car, and then boom, she crashed the car into another car that was just parked there, boom, and she hit somebody, and she hurt their arm, and then the cops came, and so the cops came, and the cops were saying, hey, what happened here, right? And I was afraid that they were going to arrest me or arrest her, so I said, well, nothing happened, officer. Nothing. And then it was the guy with a broken arm. I said, sir, why don't you just take the car? You deserve it because you've been doing a lot. Because I didn't want to get arrested. I didn't have license or anything. Right. And I didn't want my wife to get in trouble. I said, why don't you just take it? It was around 230 at the time. So why don't you just take it? It'll be okay. And the guy said, hey, don't tell me that. And then once he said that, I said, got him. I said, I got him. And I said, hey, man, take it, man. Do this, man. You deserve this. Take it. And they took it.
Wow. Did you start regularly smoking weed?
Since I was 10 years old.
The whole time you were fighting, you were regularly smoking weed?
Well, when you're a kid, your mother gives you liquor and marijuana for you, make you think that you're going to go to sleep or something, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That never happened in my house.
Never, yeah. My mother was alcoholic and stuff.
Damn, that's harsh. Liquor and marijuana, see if you go to sleep.
Yeah.
It didn't work.
I don't think so.
No,
I think so.
Do you ever stop and think about how fortunate it was you ran into that guy?
Listen, till this day, I really don't understand that. So how did this happen?
Because so many people.
Listen, by the time I was born, he was 66 years old by the time I was born.
Yeah, crazy. So many people could,
Can't even explain it. It's a magnificent individual.
He was an amazing guy, an amazing part of boxing, and with a unprecedented grasp of the mindset required for combat sports. That was the thing that always really stood out about him. Like, he was a guy that was so well versed in the mindset. I would listen to his speeches that he would talk when he would talk about you, and he would talk about boxing. He would talk about fear, and about fear can be like a fire, it can cook your food, or it can burn your house down, and you have to control it. And when he would describe it, like it would be so enlightening. He was such a man of wisdom.
He was a psychiatrist. Yeah. He was a doctor. He was a father. He was a mother. He was just all around that individual.
Yeah, and with an amazing knowledge of boxing. And for a guy like you, it was almost like it was ordained. And
that's what I always said. It was meant for me to meet this guy. Because I had no way in a million years. Everybody said, no way you're going to be champ. You're too small.
Yeah.
So you're too short. No way. These guys are too big for you. He's always said, this is the greatest fight ever lived. This and this. Always saying this about me. I'm like, oh, God, this guy's just souping me up. I never thought I could, achieve what he was saying. The things he was saying was just so gigantic in my eyes at the time. That. And you know what else Custom Model used to do with me? He used to take me to a hypnotist. He was a hypnotist as well. Yeah, and I used to go into the hypnotist motion. You're a ferocious animal. You're going to fight, punch both hands to the body. You'll use your jab. You're going to do this in ferocious fashion. And they seeked all that in me as I was younger.
And you were like 12, 13 years old?
Yeah.
Wow. So they're putting you under and just teaching you that mindset.
Yeah.
Whoa. When you fought Marvis Frazier on, what is that, ABC Wide World of
Yeah,
Sports?
remember those days? ABC had fights?
I remember watching that fight going, holy shit. That was like being locked into a ring with a tornado.
That was wild days. I thought I was a tough kid.
That was your peak. That was when it was peak scary. You were coming up and everybody was just terrified. It was just a wild thing to watch, man. To be a part of it, to be you.
Yeah, I wanted to make my mentor real happy, though. That was my main goal in fighting.
It's a powerful goal.
Yeah. Boxing's for when you have nothing.
Yeah.
When you do boxing, when you just had nothing, because that's a lot of dedication. That's a lot of pain. That's a lot of aggravation. A lot of it really is discovering who you are.
But you must be able to take pride in the fact that your children don't ever have to do that.
Oh, and that's why I took the punches so they wouldn't have to do that.
Yeah.
I had I have this son that's 16. He wanted to be a boxer. I said, you silly.
I saw you working with him.
Yeah, I said, get out of here. You want to be a boxer? Get out of here. You stupid. You go to private school. You want to be a boxer and stuff. Oh. You travel, you go to European trips. You do trips and all that stuff, vacations. You want to be a fighter? Get out of here. You're a joke, man. You're a joke, man. And he's really serious. I think he's serious, man. I don't want nobody. What you gonna do? Fight some guy like me?
Yeah.
Some animal? I don't want my kids to go through that crap.
Yeah.
That's degrading. Some guy like that beating.